Hi, Fred. I wanted to talk to you about a good life, and I was thinking about this topic in a bunch of different ways. Like, I've seen these excellent videos on how to be alone or how to avoid feeling lonely, or how to make the most of things, and I think that all comes down to I'm just trying this one out. I think it all comes out to being able to recognize and be open to like good moments. Like so this is my practice spot. This is where I practice having good moments. That there's that bench there where I could sit down. Actually, I cut the dead branches that were all the way to the ground there. I cut those up and out, and now I have that place to sit. And not only do I remember how great that was, but it was like a fun little project. I knew I wasn't doing any damage to the tree, and it made this place a little bit better. Without any harm, I modified my environment a little bit to my greater benefit. And that was just a moment, but that moment lasts. I sit here and look at the water, and sometimes things pass by. And that's just kind of like these random things pass by, and I'm like, oh. A lot of times I just watch it every once in a while, like the crawfish video, the crawfish and Aquila. I got to interact with the crawfish a little bit. I wouldn't have saw that crawfish if I wouldn't have sat down and just stared at the water and waited. Like sitting in the sun is nice, and listening to the birds is nice. So it's not like I was giving up anything by looking at the water. I was just directing my gaze and still being open to the feelings of warmth and comfort of the sand and the sun and the bird song. Okay, here's somebody's wallet. I'm drying it out. I found the wallet up there, and I emptied out the contents and laid them out in the sun here, and I dried them. And there was their license and their library card amongst a lot of their other wallet contents. And I dropped it off at the library. I didn't take the wallet because the wallet was covered in mud and soaking. It didn't dry out like the rest of his stuff. So I dropped it off to the library, which really wasn't inconvenient at all. I go to the library all the time. So I did something wonderful. It only took a few moments. And just like carving out that bench there of the tree, like I see that wallet there, and I'm reminded that I bet you that guy really appreciated getting his stuff back. It took me a couple moments, and just the effort it would have been for him to replace all his things. He even had a social security card, private information that shouldn't fall into anyone else's hands. He had in his wallet, fell into my hands. Right here, I have blackberries growing, and I do this thing with Aquila. Like, I'll pick a couple berries, and I'll hold them in my hand, and he'll eat them, and then I'll grab some berries and hold them in my hand, and he'll eat the berries off the vine, and then I'll pull my hand away, and he'll keep eating berries. So combined with all the mice and moles he catches and digs up and eats here, he supplements it with some berries, which I think is fun. And it's like a new way for us to interact. I think that it's one of the secrets of the joyful moments is constantly looking for a new way for Aquila to enjoy me, and me to enjoy Aquila. Because I think that the first time he ate berries, it kind of surprised him. Actually, and then before the berries were ripe, he ran up, went to go eat some of the berries, and they weren't ripe yet. They were bitter, and he looked betrayed. So he had to wait till I picked some berries for him. So, gosh, I think that what I do is I take in this idea that I need to be open to these moments, and then I take it into places where it's more of a challenge. I mean, this is a pretty great spot to get lost in the moment. But then I take the idea, like when I go to like one of the worst places I could think to go to, which is my workplace. A place where I see people people I work with cry on a regular basis. So often that I mention to somebody that actually has greater contact with a larger amount of my coworkers, and he says it's pretty much a daily or every other daily occurrence. It could be pretty emotionally challenging just in regular life. You could be emotionally challenged, and then you could show up to work and have somebody do or say something just foul, and you're like, well, that's the last straw. So under those circumstances, I try to think that where are the moments, and how can I wait and let them appear, like I do there at the beach. And maybe I'll start, like, the idea is that I'm hoping that I'll start cherishing them over longer periods. So like returning that guy's wallet, like I still feel good about it. It only took a couple moments. So what if I have a day, it's a terrible day, but something happened during that day. Like I was helping some guys, this guy was in a little bit of a trouble, and I was helping him out, and he also was like, he's one of those people that actually, like, he has a problem but willing to do anything. He's not going to hold back to find his own solution. And I really admired that, and I didn't say anything, but I tried to do things to make things better for him, like small courtesies and small gestures of hospitality. And he was like, he was really like, I'm conscious of your efforts to make this unpleasant situation better for me. He let me know that he knew, and that's what I remember of that whole day. And I'm sure that whole day had some messed up stuff happen, but of that whole day, I remember that moment of just like, I acknowledge your kindness, sir. Now he's eating mussels. There's mussels here, and he digs them up and eats them. Alright, Fred, it's a pleasure to see you in the tubes. I actually have made some videos for you, and I threw them in a great big pile of a couple hundred videos that I've made this year, and now I can't find them. So I'll find them eventually. Hopefully I'll remember this one. Alright, Fred, see you in the tubes.